Hi, welcome back. So I wanted to talk to you today about how to get your partner to treat you better. Now, before I go into that, let me just introduce myself really quickly. I'm Marshawn Olanio. I am a shift relationship strategist where I help Black Christian women to shift their mindset, shift their perspective, and shift the way that they're showing up in the world so we can break these generational curses specifically in the Black community. Now, how can you get your partner to treat you better? One of the things that I will put out there as a caveat is you cannot make anybody treat you any kind of way. Yes, you can plant seeds for them to treat you better. Yes, you can demand and put up boundaries for them to treat you better. But ultimately, the decision to actually treat you better is the other person. Because sometimes they don't want to treat you better for a plethora of reasons. They have their own reasons why. Maybe they feel like because they themselves did not get treated correctly, positively, lovingly as a child or in their last relationship, that they are going to get everyone back. And maybe you're a part of that everyone that comes after that previous relationship. There's a plethora of reasons why he may not be treating you well. The thing that I want to ask you is that if your partner is not treating you well, what are you going to do about it? Because ultimately the decision is his. If he wants to treat you better, he has to make a decision and decide to actually do it and then do it. And then the second thing, which is the most important thing, is why are you putting up with bad behavior? So that is the question that I have for you. Why are you putting up with bad behavior? If the person, in this case, your man, is not treating you the way that you know that you deem to be treated and feel that you need to be treated, then you have to make a decision. Maybe that decision is to walk away, to close the door on said relationship and move on. Because you know how worthy you are. You know what you are bringing to the table. You know that you are enough and you know that you deserve to be treated well. And so guess what? You're not being treated well. It's time for me to go. We have to set our boundaries and make sure that we have some standards before we get into these relationships. Because if you go into a relationship where you don't have any standards, sis, he gonna treat you how he sees fit. And guess what? Just like children, we will push the boundaries to see how much we can get away with. We, in this case, is him. How much can he get away with you? How much bad treatment can he get away with you? How much are you willing to allow him to do to you before you say enough is enough? Do you know how worthy you are? Can you stand up on your own 2 feet, look him in his eye and say, enough is enough? I've allowed you to treat me like this for the last time. And then literally be willing to walk out the door forever. Not for the play, for the real. Because you need to send a message not only to him, but also to yourself. The message to him is you can't treat me like this and expect me to still stay here with you. But the message to yourself is I am worthy, I am enough, and I am not accepting any treatment just to say that I'm in a relationship, or just to say that I'm with a man, or just to say that I'm with that man. You have to be willing to look in the mirror at yourself and ask yourself the hard questions. Why are you allowing this other person, in this case your partner, to treat you badly? Why are you willing to stick around and figure out how to get him to treat you better? Yes, yes, yes. We teach people how to treat us, but if this is something that has been happening from the very beginning, it is because of the aura, the signal that you have been sending off. And truth be told, men and predators, right? Because predators could be women. Men and predators know the people that they can absolutely treat horribly. It is something about the signal. It is something about the order. Something about the way that you are showing up that tells them that they can treat you bad, that they don't have to respect your boundaries, that they can make that basically that they can pimp you out. That's where I'm really going with this. So you have to understand what you're bringing to the table and that you're not willing to accept any bad behavior just because you don't want to be lonely, just because you don't want to start over. Like, sis, we have to do better. We have to be better. And you have to know what you're bringing to the table and stop accepting all this bad behavior. Because as I said in the beginning of this video, it is up to him to decide to treat you better. But it's also up to you to decide that I'm not accepting any bad treatment just because I don't want to be alone, just because I may have to start over, or just because you fill in the blank. Please understand that you are worthy. Please understand what you are bringing to the table. And if this is something that you need to work on, then work on it. But don't be in a relationship while you're working on your worth, understanding what you're bringing to the table. Because I'm telling you, you will become a victim because predators know who they can prey on. And so until you build this confidence muscle, until you build this self-esteem muscle, you will be a target. Treat yourself good, set your own standard, and then other people will follow suit because you will exude confidence. You will exude, I got boundaries and you must respect them. You will exude, you can't just run over me. That's the energy that you will begin to put out there when you understand that it's not about how your partner is treating you, it's about how you are treating yourself.